Bonjour, je m'appelle Marc Ahenda. Je suis enseignante ici dans l'immersion française en Victoria en 8e année. I grew up in Calgary, Alberta. So before I was a teacher, I was a scientist. I was working as a research scientist in geology. I had no intention of being a French immersion teacher in the first place. I got into teaching because I loved it and I loved the science specifically. But when I moved out to Victoria, I needed a step in the door. And French immersion happened to be one route that I could get myself into the Greater Victoria School District in the first place. I have a real big passion for the outdoors. I love hiking and walking and just stand-up paddleboarding and surfing and just being outdoors. I love good specialty coffee, and Victoria, again, has all of that sort of culture. I often describe it to my friends as it feels like a small town, but it has all the things that you love about a big city in it. So it has that perfect amount of, lots of activities, but there's also a real connectedness and community.
Salut, je m'appelle Emma Dohan et je suis une enseignante ici à Victoria. C'est un endroit idéal pour pas seulement travailler, mais aussi pour vivre. Some of the advantages of living in Victoria and also working here is that aspect of work-life balance. Life is busy, work is busy, and you need to find time to also prioritize yourself, your mental health, and a way that I do that personally is getting outside and enjoying my surroundings, whether that be going on a hike with my dogs or going for a run with my partner, going camping on the weekend. I know for me, I need to find that balance.
Je m'appelle Murray Harris, je suis professeur en orthopédagogie dans une école alimentaire. I was happy to retire from being school principal. I loved my job as a principal, but there was a nice pension they were offering me. And having French immersion and my learning support qualifications there's so much need for that. I took a part-time contract. I work 2.5 days a week. Not a lot of people have that opportunity within teaching career, but having French immersion and learning support has just been, I've been able to pick what I want, and it's been just fabulous. I have a number of hobbies. The one that I've been really passionate about lately is stand-up paddleboarding, which I do all year long. I've got a wetsuit and go out there in the winter. I also do epoxy art at home, and we collect a little bit of, art ourselves. There's just a large community that includes teacher friends, but includes other friends that we've developed in here together as both parents and within the LGBTQ community here, that we have that support and community is strong in Victoria.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Sean Powell, je suis directeur des langues ici en Victoria. I have a number of hats, but my main one right now is modern languages. And we have a school district of just over 20,000 people with 20% French immersion. And so we have 4,000 students that are involved in our French immersion program. One of my main roles, I get to work with a coordinator of French languages as well. When we work together, we have two real goals. And one is the focus on development of oral language, K-12. And the second one is about identity, so that our French immersion students are really connected and see themselves as French speakers, part of a French-speaking community.
Because Victoria is the way that it is, you can just go on walking field trips all the time. So I've taken my kids down to the breakwater or down to the ocean to look at rock formation. Gotten to take my kids on whale watching trips where we get to go out on the water, on the Salish Sea, and see bull kelp and see elephant seals. Just the fact that you get to do these trips and actually have this outdoor classroom and it's so easy and so accessible is just one of my favorite things about teaching here.
One of the things I love about working in Victoria is that work and personal life and passions balance that I can have here.
The transition from Ontario to Victoria was ultimately really seamless for me because once I had the credentials in place for teaching French immersion, the job opportunities were almost instantaneous. French gives you kind of that leg up, and there tends to be more opportunities or occasions to kind of get jobs a little bit quicker. The admin teams have all been very supportive, very welcoming, and I think that's something really important when you are looking to join a new school board, that you feel that you have that support and the encouragement and somebody that you can reach out to and talk to.
I think the most important thing is developing that community so that we can rely and learn together, and when we have questions, when we need supports, that we have a community of people that we reach out and help. So we will look to support you and to connect you to that small community so that right away you'll have those supports in place.
The biggest advice I could give to someone who is coming to Victoria, or specifically coming to Victoria to teach in French Immersion, is just to reach out to the district, because there are so many people there who want to help you and want to get you as part of our team. I sent someone an email, and within months I was already on the process to being in a classroom full time. So the district team here is just so welcoming and so willing to engage and willing to get people on board that just, if you get here, just reach out and we'll get you on the team.